Bless rising, bless rising, beloveds. It's always a blessed rising because once we enter into a space where someone is breathing, I consider it blessed rising because we rise from a sleep and slumber. So I pray that everyone is in their best selves, in their best consciousness, in their best feeling, in their best present moment. There's so much that is happening in these times. Yet I do say to myself often that we are alive in some of the best times in history in the present moment. So, with that being said, I would like to just pause for the cause and take 3 deep inhalations and then exhale fully. So, we're going to fill up our lungs with some fresh air, fresh oxygen, and hold it for a few seconds, and then we're going to exhale completely. So if you feel so led, just let's go ahead and take 3 deep breaths. Let's inhale and exhale. Let's inhale again and exhale. One more time, inhale and exhale. So once again, I said greetings. Greetings in the name of the one and all, most high, greatest of divine, that some of us call God. As you can see in the description, in the topic, I wanted to just jump in and touch on this. It's been resonating in my spirit for a few days. Whom God has joined together, let no man put asunder. I wanted to take some time to just unpack this statement. I've heard it so many times in so many different arenas by so many different people. And I just wanted to take some time to speak on it, to expound on it from my experience, because I was once there where I had a different meaning or a different outlook on what it means. There was a time in my life that, I used to use it and say, whoever God has joined together, let no man put asunder. And I was speaking in reference to an outer source. Like there was someone or something greater than me, greater than the person. And I will use it for, in this case, for marriage, where a male and a female decided to join together in what we call holy matrimony. And so I assumed that it was joined together by God. Well, I have come to the place that I am at today to say that for me, what it means now is whom God, meaning male and female, the individuals, because we are gods, we are not the God, but we are gods. We were created in the likeness and the image of the God. And so therefore we are gods here on earth. So whom God has joined together, let no man put asunder. When the male and the female has acknowledged that they are gods, they are a God, they came together with mature minds and hearts and hopefully healed souls and recognize that you are my partner. You are the co-creator of my dreams and my destiny. You are my life partner. And so, therefore, we both agree that we will be joined together and we will not let anyone or anything outside of this union, outside of this partnership, outside of this communion, outside of this covenant, put us asunder. And so when two people want something, it works. Hands down, it works because you're going to do whatever it takes to keep that union together, to keep that partnership together. And so I was fighting for something that it was not mutual. At least from my understanding, we did not want the same things. I wanted one thing and the individual wanted something else. And so I came into the enlightenment that from the beginning, it was never mutual. We both had two different meanings to what relationship is, to what we want in a relationship. And so, therefore, it was never joined together by God because we was never in agreement from the get-go. There was a lot of, I would say, trickery. There was a lot of false, there was a lot of fraud. There was a lot of pretense. It's almost like the individual was wearing a mask. I did not know who the individual was. I had my own pre-notion as to what I desire, who I desired. And so I believe when you're in a relationship or when you enter into a relationship, you see a person the way that you want a relationship to be. And I really don't think there is anything wrong with that. Where I think I would say, how to put it, I don't even know what word to use, but I would just say the insanity. I would say the insanity comes in is when we attempt to change another person. But for me, I would listen to what the person has to say. And if you tell me you want A, then I'm going to work towards attaining A. Not thinking that you're telling me with one mouth or one tongue you want A, but then your actions showing B, C, D, E, F, G, and so it was very confusing. It got to a point where, I almost lost my mind. I almost lost my sanity because I'm saying, either this individual knows what they want or they don't, and probably they need help. Never in a million years I thought that, the individual was pretending and playing, games, just, the mind games and just the mind control and just the low level vibration stuff. It was just, it's so very difficult to explain. And so I recognize now where I'm at, that in the field that I'm in, dealing with like behavioral health and mental health, that there's so many other people out here that's dealing with this type of stuff. They get into relationships and people are not revealing their true selves. People come into a relationship with mask on and they tell you one thing or they don't tell you anything at all. And some of us, we think that we're so in love, or we think that, yes, this is my knight in shining armor, or this is my princess, that has showed up, and I'm going to spend the rest of my life with this person. But how can you spend the rest of your life with a person that you don't even know, a person that has never opened up for you to get to know who they are, and a person that's living a pretense life? It's like living a double life. I don't know how that is done. I came to the conclusion that is some skills. It is an art. that a talent that you probably have to be born with, because my cover would have been blown a long time ago. And I would often ask myself, like, how could a person do that for so long? Again, I am saying it has to be a gift. It has to be a gift. And so I just wanted to step into this space because, like I said, so many children has been born out of these type of relationships, and it's very sad. It's very sad that these children have to go through this type of ordeal, you know, because of people's selfishness, self-centeredness, because their heartlessness and the soul. It's almost like, why would you want to bring children into this world, into a situation like this, to have to see these children go through believing that this is their life and then wake up one morning and just see that the life that they thought they had is no more. And so I'm speaking from experience. I have seen, my children go from being happy, loving children to now it's like I don't even know who they are anymore. And there was a time that I blamed myself. There was a time that I lived in so much regret. But I've come to the conclusion today to say that I made a mistake, and it's self forgiveness at this point because I can't go back to the past. But what I can do is share my story that hopefully someone would hear and they would not step into a situation like this and bring children into this type of situation. You don't get with a person and decide that you want to marry them and knowing deep down in your heart, deep down inside, that that's not what you want, to later on say, oh yes, divorce is an option. you know you're playing games with people's lives, and not just an individual lives. Now when you have children, that's generational. It's generational. And so I definitely know that I had children with the wrong people. I nobody can come and tell me anything different. I've had people tell me, oh, that's how it was supposed to be. I don't care what nobody says anymore. I definitely know that I made a mistake. I was asleep, and it's almost like I was under hypnosis, like I was under a spell. And once that spell was broken and I woke up and I look around and I ask myself, is this truly my life? This cannot be the life that I have created. And so I'm in this place now, is like, how do I fix it? How do I fix it? I know that I am moving forward day by day, but it hurts to see my children because they don't really know. They're still children. They don't understand fully, and as much as I try to explain to them, they really don't understand. They will ask me like, Mom, what do you mean? And sometimes I just have to shut up. And so I'm in this place now where I'm going through it, I think, because I used to blame myself. I felt the condemnation also from my children. But I'm in a place right now, like I told them, I said, there is nothing anybody can do or say anymore that will hurt me unless I allow it to. I have accepted where I'm at. I have accepted the decisions that I've made in the past. And I just got to keep moving forward, learn from my mistakes, learn from the lessons, to never make those mistakes again, never make those type of choices again, and just move forward. I take full responsibility, full accountability for me saying yes, for me walking in that direction, but again, when a person have drank is like drink the alcohol and you got drunk, do you blame yourself or do you blame the alcohol? I don't know. But at this point, I was drunk. I was under spell. I was under hypnosis. I'm telling you, because there's no way in my right mind with the things I know now, would I have made that decision? And there were so many opportunities. There were so many, people say red flags, but there were so many warnings that I look back now and I said to myself, what the heck was I thinking? I remember people told me stuff, and yet, I gave it the benefit of the doubt because I wanted to. I don't go by what people tell me. I never used to anyway. But now, where I'm at, I know that wisdom, use wisdom, that intuition. So I decree and declare every day, I command that the discernment in me be increased, be to the fullest, where I can recognize the games, I can recognize the folly and the fraud. I wanted to say another word like the free. I mean, like I laugh now because when I look back, and it's like when it shows up, it even shows up with a stench. It shows up with a stinkiness, and we try to make excuses. We try to cover it up, like, oh, I mean, man, we know, we are so intelligent. We are intelligent beings. We know BS when BS shows up. You know, we know shit when it stinks. We know what it smells like. Like, we want to spray perfume on it. And it's like when a snake is a snake. We want to take a snake for a pet. And when the snake bites us, we upset. But a snake is a freaking snake. So I just wanted to jump into this space and just, show us how we can misinterpret things and cause it for our own demise. Like sometimes we're the ones that keep ourselves in bondage, based on what we want things to look like and smell like and taste like and be like. Like when somebody shows up and shows you who they are, believe them. From the first time they mess up, like, know that that's what it is. They said first impression is lasting impression. We want to give chances after chances after chances, but they have already shown us who they are. So I think in this time is just for us to pull up our grown women and men underwears and just face the fact and face it and just say, listen, this is what it is. Call it what it is. And just accept it for what it is. It will save us so much hurt and pain and years. The years that have been wasted, I cannot take back. I can't get back those years. My children, my daughter, the years that have been lost, I can't go back. I can't restore it. So I'm just saying, I'm pleading, somebody out there hear it. Like, listen, stop playing Russian roulette with your life. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. I'm telling you, that person out there that sincerely wants a relationship, that sincerely wants a family. And, a lot of times we think that we choosing a person based on their looks or their money. But what about the contents of their hearts? What is in their souls? Listen to what they're saying. And again, if you can't hear the words, smell what they're coming with. It's so many ways. The Most High, the Divine, the infinite Creator will never steer us wrong. They always give us a sign. Look for the sign. Ask the question, why did this person show up in my life? Reveal this person to me. Peel back the layers. Rip the veil. And I'm telling you, it will come to light. But a lot of times, no, we want to wait and we want to, put our soul into it, in a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month. We don't want to lay and have sex with this person. And once you open up your soul in that way, everything becomes thwarted. It's entanglement. So you can no longer think with a clear mind because now you have entered that gate. That portal has been opened. It's like opening the Pandora's box. So I'm just saying to someone, please, if you know anybody in this situation, share this video with them. share it. It's all about just awakening the masses and activating us in our true medicine. Why we're here. Who are we? Who are we? Who am I? And why am I here? You know, we are not here just to be playing games and running around here and giving ourselves to people who is not our divine counterpart, who is not our divine life partners. We have so much work to do here on this earth, on this side of heaven. We don't have time to be wasting playing foolish games, you know. Yes, I'm pissed off, but you know what? There's still joy though. There's joy because every disappointment is a blessing in disguise. Everything that crumbles, there is an opportunity to rebuild, new construction. Every ending is a new beginning and vice versa, because that's what polarity is, you know, as above, so below, as within, so without, balance. And so I'm just grateful. I'm grateful to be in this space of the unknown, because it is from the unknown that great things are made known. Great things are built from the unknown. So I'm excited about my next chapter. I am truly. And for those that are there, still in a situation where they're thinking that, oh, somebody told me what God has joined together, let no man put asunder. Let me tell you something. If you know it's not for you and it's not working, let that shit go. Let it go, because it's stinking anyway. And if you can't smell it, other people can smell it. You look at their faces when they see you, they turn up their nose because they know. And a lot of them won't tell you it stink, but you know it stinks. So get rid of it. Toss it out. Put it in a garbage bag, tie it up, and take it out. Anyway, beloveds, as always, peace and love. Have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. And just know that the Most High loves you and I love you, and peace and love. Share your comments in the comment space. And also, I'm going to come back in this space, and I'm diving deep into just healing trauma through sacred sexuality. So that's my arena right there. That is my arena. Yes, sacred sexuality. So I'm gonna come back with some new stuff, beloveds. Peace and love. Peace and love. Love you guys much. Mwah. Peace and love.